Hello, my name is Paul Kirchbowl, and this is the video about the Assistant Superintendent Interview Overview. I interviewed Charles Prater. He is the Assistant Superintendent of Okmulgee Public Schools. Mr. Prater has been an administrator for Okmulgee for many years and has a good historical perspective of the district's public relations, successes, and challenges. He sat down with me one afternoon and answered a set of questions that were generated from this textbook. First question was about the communication plan. The district's communication plan is a work in progress. It is constantly being updated. One reason for updating is to increase the efficiency and to put in new technologies. One example was the policy to use paperless communication. Also, federal grants were used to update the financial portions of the communication plan. Several new software systems were bought, and these also include AlertNow and bus monitoring software. Then we talked about the current climate in the school-community relations. Overall, it's currently positive. He indicated that passing a bond issue, which they just did this year, is an indicator that the community is overall pleased with the educational system. They also mentioned that there was a reduction in force this last spring that was very challenging for the community. Increased class sizes, lost some teachers that were very popular among the community. We talked about the goals for the district's public relations goals, and really the number one priority currently is to promote the high school. Right now the high school in public relations is not so good as far as community standing, so our goal is to increase that. And so by promoting the high school, focusing on positive aspects, and improving the image. Strategies include like articles in newspapers, school activity demonstrations at community groups, and strengthening ties with Oklahoma State University, Okmulgee, which is in Okmulgee. Mr. Prater was asked who the student liaison groups in the district and their roles. And so we have a PTA, an educational foundation, and several booster clubs. There's a booster club for each sport and one for band. Most of the booster clubs promote the particular sport and do fundraising to benefit. The groups influence activity policies usually in a positive way. What they do is they usually address a concern that arises, and then the policy is updated appropriately. I also asked Mr. Prater about the relationship between the district and local newspapers and radio, which Okmulgee has a newspaper and radio. He noted that the local newspaper in Okmulgee remains in good standing and actually has increased, and the relationship has improved over the last couple of years. They had a good relationship in the past, but not as good as it could have been, and I asked why the relationship has improved, and he pointed out that the current administration has made an effort and a priority to improve local media. And this was done, and I asked him how, and he said this was done with open door policies with the media, transparency, and inclusion. So they take part in that. Mr. Prater was asked. I asked him. Yeah.